Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Drop. And the Anta Kyrie 1 has finally officially been debuted by Kyrie Irving. And first news is that it's not going to be called the Anta Kyrie 1, it's going to be called the Kai 1, Kai 1, which is, I don't know, I like it. You know what I mean? So you don't get it confused with Nike Kyries, right? It used to be called the Kyrie 1, 2, and 3, and so on. But now it's going to be called the Anta Kai 1, which I think is a good difference. If it was just called the Kyrie 1, you know, Anta Kyrie 1, you get it mixed up a little bit, you know what I mean? So I definitely like that. And Kai is actually pretty cool as well, in my personal opinion. But before we get into that, we also have some other news as well. So first of all, Book 1 finally has a release date, and a lot of people are kind of disappointed in the shoe because of the release date, you know, how Nike is releasing the shoe, but it is set to release February 17th, so pretty soon, in this Orwood brown colorway. So the Book 1, February 17th, if you guys do want to cop, definitely remember to put that on your calendar. Retail price is going to be 140 bucks, I believe. But yeah, as far as the overall shoe goes, it looks exactly like the Air Force One. And at first, I really didn't like it, but honestly, I like it now. You know, it's just one of those shoes where you can wear it off court. And some of the colorways that are coming out look great as well, especially this colorway. This Orwood brown colorway looks super duper clean. As far as the actual performance goes, I don't know yet. The traction is supposed to have like some herringbone, which we'll have to see on the rubber compound. But also another thing that I don't really like about it is how much caging that shoe is using, right? So first of all, it's using Cushlon 2.0. So Cushlon 2.0, or just Cushlon in general, is actually very soft, you know? So I'm happy about that. And also there's supposed to be a top-loaded heel zoom unit, which also is a good thing. But there is supposed to be a good amount of caging. And also the actual shape of the whole midsole is very edged out, just like the Air Force One. So if you guys can see, look at that. Look at how it's basically a 90-degree angle, right? So it's very hard to feel stable in the Air Force Ones, right? So if you've ever played in these and you kind of go over a little bit, it makes you want to roll your ankle a little bit because of this edged out shape. And also there's no outrigger. Look at that. It's just flat right here, you know, nothing protrudes out or anything, giving you a nice wide base, just like in the Shockwave 5 Pro, which is kind of Kyrie's shoe, or used to be. Now he's wearing the Kyrie 1. But anyways, yeah, so that's one thing that I am worried about for the Book 1. And also the cushion, you know, they're caging it, so how hard is the cushion? Is there going to be actual compression from the midsole? Because Air Force 1, this is super clunky. There's no compression at all. So I guess as long as the step in comfort and underfoot cushioning is nice, right? I'm sure the top-loaded zoom unit in the heel is gonna feel nice. It's probably gonna have a little bit of compression and a little bit of bounce, but we'll have to see on the actual Cushlon. Is that going to be nice? Because usually Nike doesn't really give us soft strobo boards. You know, for example, here in the Shockwave 5 Pro, this shoe uses a very, very soft mesh strobo board, which I absolutely love. It makes the step in comfort really, really nice and makes you feel the nitrogen foam very, very easily right underneath your foot, right? But Nike doesn't really do that all too much besides Zoom Strobo. But obviously the Book 1's not gonna have Zoom Strobo. So anyways, tell us your thoughts on the Book 1. It is coming out in around the week. And also we have official images of the Harden Volume 8. So shout out to Weocia, W-E-O-C-I-A. He actually posted these pictures. I think he actually took these pictures of the Harden Volume 8. But yeah, it's growing on me a lot, but it looks so freaking bulky. Look at the heel, guys. Look at all that foam. Look at how, I mean, I do like how much it curves up, right? It looks very, very rounded. But the foam, especially like on the sides and also in the heel, looks very, very bulky. So yeah, the Harden Volume 8 is probably going to be very heavy, just like the Harden Volume 7, just like the Harden Volume 6, Harden Volume 5. A lot of his shoes have been very, very heavy. A lot of Adidas shoes have been very, very heavy. I mean, a long, long time ago, Adidas used to make very, very lightweight shoes, right? You guys remember the Crazy Light series? But then they tried to bring the Crazy Light series back with the Crazy Light Boost, but that still wasn't super duper light. You know, you guys remember that? But yeah, the Harden Volume 8, I feel like just by looking at it with all the rubber, all the foam, it's probably going to be around the same weight, you know, and the AE1, the Harden Volume 7 were all around like 15.3, 15.5 ounces, which is freaking heavy. The actual outsole though is using a blend of like herringbone. We have like herringbone around the perimeter of the outsole, and we have kind of like two circles, right? It's kind of like a pivot point on the lateral and medial side of the shoe. And also there's a hole in the heel exposing the Jet Boost. It's supposed to be using Jet Boost, which I'm very, very excited about. And then inside that we have kind of like a I don't know what that is. It kind of looks like a lightning bolt a little bit, you know what I mean? But that's kind of like in the middle of the outsole. It's translucent. You can also see kind of like a mid-foot shank plate. You know, it kind of comes into the forefoot a little bit, but that's probably just the mid-foot shank plate. But yeah, these pictures look very, very nice. And then on top of the foot, we can see in this colorway, there's like a leather material. It might be nice. I don't know. It's like a shroud. It reminds me a lot of the Harden Volume 1. And also we can see there's like an inner booty, just like the Harden Volume 7, right? But yeah, as far as aesthetics go, it's growing on me, you know what I mean? It looks pretty dope, especially some of the PEs that Harden's been wearing, but still not a huge fan of like that shape, that overall kind of like foam shape that goes all the way into the actual upper. But anyways, tell us your thoughts on the Harden Volume 8 down in the comment section below. It should be coming out soon, and these nice pictures are coming out already as well, so it should be coming out soon. But as far as the Anta Kai 1, Kyrei debuted this colorway the other day and actually looks pretty dang sick. So this actual shoe looks exactly the same as the kind of like the all black colorway that he debuted that no one really talked about, right? But I guess no one really talked about it because it's all black and you can't really see the details in the shoe, but looking pretty closely, it looks exactly the same, right? You can see the Anta logo, you can see the foam right in the heel, and that triangle piece that has Kyrie's kind of logo is exactly the same as well. The laces, the strap and all that, the materials look exactly the same. So the all black colorway that came out with the strap is probably the shoe that he was wearing, right? The Kai 1. But also Kyrei was wearing another shoe, right? So it's probably another sample without the strap. It doesn't have a strap. And also the cushion looks very different, you know what I mean? And the caging and all that looks very different as well. So I wonder if they're gonna release this colorway or it's just gonna be a sample forever in this all black colorway. But yeah, the one with the strap is the one that caught on, I guess, right? But as far as the details go, we can see the outsole, right? And so we have kind of like a, what is this traction pattern? You know, it kind of looks like ramen noodles, right? A little bit to me, especially with this colorway. And then we have some squiggly lines in the middle of the forefoot with Kyrie Irving's brand new logo with Anta, and his new logo looks absolutely amazing. I really love how that logo looks. And then in the heel, we have a hole, and that's probably exposing the nitrogen foam or the N2 foam. So N2 foam is what Anta uses in a lot of their shoes, like the KT9 has it, the Gordon Hayward, the GH4 has it. So it's full length. It looks like it's full length. But as far as the traction goes, we'll have to see on the traction. I mean, Anta, you know, Chinese companies, whatever they're doing with the rubber compounds, it's been really, really good. So hopefully it's really nice in the Kai 1, but also in this moon colorway, right, the Shockwave 5 Pro, it's been really, really nice for me as well. But one thing that I am pretty sad about is there's really no outsole curvature. You know, there doesn't seem to be a nice little curve in the, like where the ball of your foot is on the medial side, where your forefoot is. There's no curve there. It looks pretty edged out. You know what I mean? That's what I really, really like. First of all, this shoe kind of had it a little bit, the Shockwave 5 Pro. It's not super curved, but it had it a little bit, you know? It wasn't really edged out or anything. And obviously in the original Nike Kyries as well. Going back to the Kyrie 2s, right? But here in the Kai 1, I guess it's nice that the rubber does come up a good amount on the medial side, so you get good grip when you're doing these types of movements. However, it does look edged out, so I'm kind of sad about that. Also, on the medial side, exposing a whole bunch of foam, we can see a lot of the N2 foam. It looks like N2 foam, right? But I've never seen it this exposed, and also I've never seen it that thick, you know what I mean? So it looks really nice, and I'm super excited about that because Kyrie's never really had nice cushion. I guess using Zoom Turbo in the forefoot and also Zoom Strobo in the forefoot was nice in the forefoot, but the heel cushion not very nice, you know what I mean? And I'm not a huge fan of Zoom Strobo, so hopefully it's probably using full length N2 foam, right? But also on the lateral side, we see a different type of foam as well. They're probably using a flash edge, which is another type of foam that they have, but it's probably like a carrier, you know what I mean? Because in the heel, it's exposed, it's fully exposed, and they probably wanted to make it a little bit more responsive, you know, so it's not too soft and mushy feeling, kind of like what they did in the Shockwave 5 Pro here. They because you know, N2 foam is so soft, they cage it up all the way here, right? So that definitely does make sense, but also the Kai 1 actually looks a lot thicker than the Shockwave 5 Pro, right? And also another thing that I really want the Kai 1 to have is the Shockwave 5 Pro has a very nice soft mesh strobe board. It makes you feel the N2 foam right underneath your foot, and it's really, really nice for underfoot cushion. So hopefully the Kai 1 has that, because the Kyries, like the Nike Kyries, have never really had that. So I would love that. I love the incorporation of the Anta logo. It kind of cages the cushion, but it's in this pink colorway, which makes it easy to kind of distinguish that it is the logo. And as far as the upper goes, they're using using a lot of fuse, especially on the entire shoe, it looks like, actually, you know what I mean? And then we obviously have that midfoot strap, and then also we have some pictures of the like the toe box. It looks like a very nice embroidered material, which of course I do like, and they're using a good amount of fuse around the toe box as well. So yeah, and we can see Kyrie Irving's brand new logo on top of the tongue as well. So yeah, honestly, this shoe looks great. And hopefully the cushion is going to be nice. I think it's going to be nice because Anta makes very nice cushioning setups. And I'm glad that they didn't, you know, cage it as much as the Shockwave 5 Pro. So the Kai 1 has an actual foam, and it hopefully has nice compression in the heel with really good step and comfort. And as far as the lateral containment goes, it looks like it'll be good. They're using a lot of sidewalls, especially here in the forefoot with plastic. The Anta logo comes up acting as sidewall as well. And we have a midfoot strap. So yeah, I'm very, very excited about these. Are you guys excited about it? You know, I feel like some people are gonna hate on it because it is Anta. It is a Chinese company, and usually, you know, if people aren't familiar with a company, they don't really like it as much. But honestly, it looks great. Anta makes amazing performing shoes. Just hopefully the price isn't too bad. You know, Anta used to make very cheap shoes with a lot of good tech and make them very good performers. However, lately, especially with the Shockwave 5 Pro, this shoe is like 200 bucks. You know what I mean? It's like, it's kind of crazy. And then the regular version of the Shockwave 5 is like 120 bucks. So I don't know why they raised the price so much for the Pro version of this. But anyways, this new colorway is also very, very sick. So tell us your thoughts on the Anta Kai 1 down in the comment section below. Are you guys excited about it? What do you guys think of it performance-wise? Do you guys think it'll perform well? And what do you guys think of it aesthetically? But anyways, that about concludes this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.